Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button and share. Today we are talking about something extremely important, but then extremely underrated. We are talking about visualization. I know when you hear the word visualization, you feel like, oh, maybe it's the kind of wow or kind of thing where you visualize and something you visualize something and immediately you have it. That's not the case. We are getting into a deeper vision, a deeper view of visualization and how you can actually change the level of your life, how you can change the situation that you're going through, or change the scenario of your life from one level to another, from maybe a route of struggle, a route of tears, of pain, to a route of success, of excellence, and of greatness. How these can happen by visualization. So stay tuned with me right to the end, and we are gonna have some practicals. So I have some things I've outlined, I've written down here that we're gonna be looking at them and expatiating on them. Now, here are some of the things I wrote here that I did some research actually, and it shows that neuroscience used by world-class performance. He used visualization by world-class visualization is used by world-class performance, athletes, CEOs, and anyone who wants to level up their lives. Visualization, neuroscience have proved that visualization has been used by athletes, has been used by CEOs, and world-class performance. Anyone who want to top up their life, who wants to level up their life. So I believe if you want to level up your life, you have to stick with me to the end to see how to do that. Now let's go. I had to put this in many different sections so we can, don't just dive in. Let's dive. We can not just, heavily summarize it. We can dive deep. And in section 1, we said why visualization actually works. Why visualization actually works. So this is very, very important. And why it works. Why it works, because your brain actually does not differentiate the difference between the real and it doesn't differentiate between the actual, what is real and what is not real. So let's say you visualize something. Let's go to what I think it's common, maybe losing weight. You visualize that, okay, I want to lose weight. You picture yourself in the size you want to see yourself and all that. Your brain will not know the difference until you give your brain the information that you're not as slim as what you want to be. Or maybe you're giving your brain, if you see yourself, why it worked. We are going there. I'm just trying to bring out something. Why it worked. If you see yourself maybe struggling with finances or whatever, your brain will not know the difference if you're rich or you're struggling, because that is the information you're giving to your brain. So now let's go and see why visualization works. What I just said, I wrote here that your brain does not distinguish the difference of what you're imagining and what is actually real. So, and then I said here that when you visualize something clearly, your brain fires the exact neural pathway as if you were actually doing it, just like what I just explained. When you visualize something clearly, your brain fires a neural pathway as if you're already doing it. So if you're visualizing yourself very rich, your brain knows that you're rich, because that's the information you are giving your brain. That's the information you are giving your brain. Now you train your brain. Now this is it. If you train your brain, your brain, you're training your brain before the real event. You're building confidence before you need it. You're rehearsing success before it becomes natural. What does that mean? It means that before you get something, you visualize it. If I want to be rich, I always see myself rich. Even the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so is he. If you think you're poor, your brain tells you you're poor, You want to buy something, your brain will remind you, oh, remember we don't have money. You're taking this thing now. How do we feed? How? Because that's the information you've given your brain. But if you tell your brain that you have a financial stability, you tell your brain that you're rich, your brain will tell you, oh, you can get this. And once you get that, there'll be more opportunity for this. Your brain gives you what you train. So what is all this in essence? Train your brain in the right path. Visualize the things you want to be. Visualize the things you want to see. But then again, what do we mean by you visualize? Let's say, for example, if I visualize myself, or somebody like me who is a business person, if I visualize myself that I want to have maybe the kind of contracts and everything, does it just happen like that, or there is a process to that? You visualize yourself that you want to gain weight. Does it just happen like that by the visualization, or there is a process? You visualize yourself that you want to have some financial stability. Does it just happen like that, or there is a process? Let's proceed. Now, I want you to look at something. You can think about athletes, Olympic skiers, they visualize the entire course before the racing. Olympic skiers, they visualize the entire course before the racing. That's they visualize the process. They see themselves, going through every process and win before even the day. Basketball player, imagine a free throw before the day. Why? Why do they do that? You know why? Okay, let's get to why. I wrote here that because the brain gets trained to expect success. So if you train your brain, that's why, a lot of people will say, people program their mind for negativity. Someone will go write an exam and someone will get a contract and will say, oh, I knew that contract will not pull through the way the manager was speaking, or, the way this person was saying. Someone will go for an interview and, they will tell you, I'm not sure I will have the job because the way the HR spoke to me. And when it happens, what do they say? They say, I knew it. I told you I will not get the job. Oh, I knew it. I told you that contract will not pull through. I knew it. I told you that this thing will not work, because you have already prepared your brain to expect that negativity. So there is an error which attracts those things to become your reality. Let's proceed. Let's go to the second section. So this is why you need to rewire your brain. Rewire your brain. If you want to build confidence, you rewire your brain. If you want to build wealth, business, you rewire your brain. Now, section B. I wrote here about the biggest mistake people make. Just like what I explained, people visualize the wrong way. When I mean the wrong way, how do they visualize the wrong way? They visualize themselves already at the end, and they don't visualize themselves in the process. Now let's go to the common one that like everyone does. You want to lose weight. I'm sorry I'm quoting losing weight because I think that's more about me. I'm always wanting to lose weight, okay? And I think if you're also like me, please put it in the comment section. Let's look for a way. Okay, let's continue. Let's say you want to lose weight. Let's go back to what we're talking about. Let's say you want to lose weight and you just see yourself in that. Maybe you've lost the weight and you're wearing the kind of clothes you want to wear. You're looking fit. You're visualizing yourself at the end of what you want, but you forget looking the process. What does that mean? Now I get food, I eat anyhow. I don't work out. I don't do anything. I don't, try to walk to catch up with 10,000 steps a day. I don't allow my body to be mobile. I'm skipping all those processes, but then I want to lose weight and I'm visualizing myself, being very slim. That one will not work. That is the wrong way people do visualization. You visualize yourself maybe getting that contract, but then you do not prepare the contract well. You do not put it in an organized manner the way it's supposed to be. You do not, get to the people and try to discuss business with them. You do not put some other things together. You do not call them. You do not get there in time. You personally omitted some things. that will, that will not have, that were not supposed to be omitted, but then you visualize yourself having it. That is the wrong way of doing visualization. In visualization, we imagine the process. You want to lose weight? You have to imagine the process. You want to get that contract? You visualize the process so that your brain becomes familiar with it. Your brain does not feel like, oh, this is strange. You're introducing me something strange. Okay, let's proceed. Because that was the section 2 I explained about the biggest mistake people make. They see themselves at the end product, but then they don't visualize themselves in the process. They don't visualize themselves in the process. You're losing weight. You want to get fit. You want to dress. You want to put on, that jean, that dress and everything. But you have seen yourself there, but you're not doing anything to get there. That visualization will not work because that's the wrong way you're visualizing. Okay, let's proceed. And I want to say something. The truth is, effective visualization is not daydreaming. It's not. It's not daydreaming. Effective visualization must be carried along with the process. If you focus only on the final result, it will never happen. Let's go to the section 3 on what I wrote. How to visualize correctly. How do you visualize correctly? So if we've said that you want to visualize and you just get to the end, which is totally the wrong visualization. Now you might ask, how do I do the right visualization? The right visualization is you visualize the process. Now, this is what we talk about, the process. Now, let's say, again, the weight loss. I want to lose weight. How do I visualize myself? Oh, I want to see myself wearing this kind of jean, wearing this kind of dress, looking like this. But then I see myself eating the right portion of food every day. I see myself waking up early in the morning, dressing up, lacing my shoes, going to the gym or doing my home workout. I see myself eating right and saying no to those things that will not help me to get to the end of what I want to visualize, or I'm visualizing, I see myself eating the right portion of food and eating healthy food. I see myself saying no intentionally to those things that I would definitely say yes to if I didn't have what I am visualizing. It's the same way in business. You have a contract with someone, you want to go sign the contract, you want to go get this business, and you are there. You have to see yourself having that contract. But then how do you see? You see yourself arranging the contract, the files, the terms and conditions, the quotations and everything in an organized manner. You see yourself taking time and finding in the right arrangement that will suit whoever you're going to meet, that will be convincing to them. You see yourself seeing them, you see them reading and smiling and coming to an agreement with you. Or you see yourself getting to that office on time, or better still in time, getting to that place in time. You see them signing that contract. You don't just see yourself putting everything haphazardly, and don't giving them the right quotation, you're not making anything right, and you get and you expect the contract to be handed over to you, and they don't hand it over to you, and you say, oh, I knew that these people were not good people. I went there just 15 minutes late. Why are they complaining? No, not everyone have time like that. People manages their time differently. Okay, let's proceed. Now, if you want to visualize, if you want to get to the point of your success, or the point where what you're visualizing becomes real, you have to make it vivid. When I say make it vivid, I mean you should make it vivid. Now, I wrote here that your brain learns best when the mental picture feels real. It works best when they feel real. Now, what do you see? What do you see? Maybe I see myself driving my dream car. Okay, that's it. So how do you get there? Or I see myself maybe contacting the people. I see myself getting the details of the car, the pricing and everything. I see myself having that amount for the car I want to drive. I see myself programming, maybe getting, if I'm getting a bank loan, how long it will take for the bank loan to be approved. Maybe 1 month, maybe 2 months, maybe 3 months. The process. And then I see myself getting to the shop with the approved bank loan and getting the car and going. So I don't just want to get a car through bank loan and then I want to get it tomorrow, or I visualize myself driving the car I want to drive and I see myself driving it tomorrow. Or when it doesn't happen, I feel like, oh, that visualization was wrong. You have to visualize the process. You have to visualize the process and you walk through it so that it will be easy. It will be very easy. Have a vivid view. Now, if you do like that, your visualization becomes easy. I said in the many steps I wrote different steps. I said again how to visualize correctly. And the first one I said you should make it vivid, right? So as I explained already, and you have to say what you see, what do you hear, what do you see? Oh, I see myself driving my dream car. I hear the horns on the road. I see the process. I see the bank loan. I see everything. Okay. Now, visualize the process. Oh, yes. I think I mentioned that one already. I was already ahead of my notes. You have to visualize the process. Like I said, if you want to lose weight, you visualize the process of getting up early, tying your shoelace, going to the gym, watching your food and everything. So those are the different steps of visualization. Now, let's go on how you feel the emotion. Now, when you see yourself in that level, how do you feel?
Good.
I bet you're going to feel good because once you get there, you'll feel very good, okay? Now, let's look at this other one. I want us to do a visualization. As this is the fourth session, I want us to do a visualization, the guide, okay? So let's do a quick visualization together, okay? Now, I want you to just close your eyes. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Now, what do you want to get? What do you visualize on getting? What would you want to have? Let's do the practice together. So I have what I really want to have so much, and I'm definitely going to visualize myself having it as well. So let's go through the process. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Close your eyes. Let's close our eyes together. Take a deep breath. Now, I want you to see yourself having that thing that you want to have. Maybe it could be a material thing. Maybe it could be a relationship. Maybe it could be a contract. Maybe it could be, the kind of body you want. Close your eyes and see yourself having it. And then now I want you to see the process through which you're going through with it. The process, it's about a particular body size, we talk about it already. The different exercises you would like to go through, either sport wears, the particular times you would like to go for this process. So visualize the process. I'm gonna visualize mine, which is about business. Now let me know how you feel. How do you feel seeing yourself going through that process and getting it? You're already there and now you have it. The process seems a little bit hard, but then it builds resilience when it's hard. And now you got it. Yay. Congratulations. You got what you visualized. Great. So because of that, I would like you to Go to the mirror every morning. Let's do a 5 minute. You have to do a 5 minute exercise daily. Okay, I said spend 5 minutes each day. Visualize who you want to become, the steps you need to take daily, and how it feels to be that version of you. Every morning, every day, you wake up, you go to the mirrors, visualize who you want to become, the steps you need to take to get there, and how it feels to get there. Sometimes you write them down. You can write the steps down. And with the steps, you see how you can work towards it, and you definitely will get it. Expect the right things. Expect good things. They will happen. Don't limit your visualization. Don't say, okay, this one is not for me. Somebody like me, I cannot visualize those kind of things because they cannot happen to me. Why? It can happen, and even more. More can happen. We are the ones that limit ourselves with the way we see things. The people that have them all, they are not different from us, but they visualize themselves. And when the situation, the process comes, they don't quit. They keep going because they have an image they are seeing in front of them. That is their goal. Their brain has already informed them, we have this. So for it to be physical, for you to feel and touch it, you go through the process. You don't let the process stop you. So visualize it and go get it. I want you to go get that thing that you always wanted to have, and you come back here and say something on the video, I got it. You can if you want. You can get it. Visualize it. You know, a lot of times people don't give up because they have visualized what they want to have. And they go through a process, and the process tries to break them, but they don't give up because they saw it already. You wonder why sometimes some people don't give up. No matter what, they don't give up because they saw it already. And they knew that the process will be tough. They knew that the process will not just be an easy way, it will be tough. So they were ready mentally for the process. So you have to be ready, and you will have it. So our video have come to the end. See you in the next video, and please like, share, and comment. Tell me what you think. Maybe you have an idea of a next topic you want us to talk about. Please leave a comment, and we'll be very, very happy to see you in the next session. As we look forward to that, do have a wonderful weekend and stay positive, expect positive, and be great. Thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, share to your friends. Thank you. Bye.